It's Tuesday, February 23rd, and you're listening to the Next Level Podcast, Episode 11. I'm Emin Bassavand. Angels sing when he walks into the room. It's John Danho. And this guy rejects everything.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
It's RXZ. What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Not much, boyo. What's up? What's going down, ski?
Not a whole lot, man. It's a Tuesday.
It's dude.
Smack dab, almost in the middle of the week.
May as well be the middle of the week to me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It
all
came
the
quick.
same.
Yeah, it came quick, and it's going quicker,
Yeah.
I guess.
It
I
always
feel
goes
it.
quicker.
Yeah.
I feel it, dude. I'm ready for it. 11 episodes already. Let's go.
Yeah. It's 11 episodes, huh?
Yeah.
Good ski McFuckski, dude. I can't wait. I honestly can't wait for episode 12. And then on top of that, I can't wait for episode 13. And then...
Okay, wait, hold on. So is 13 going to be the lucky episode or the unlucky episode? Like, is that an unlucky number?
I don't know.
Right?
It depends on the topic we choose or like what we
if
talk about.
Okay.
We'll theme it up.
We'll theme it up.
Yeah.
Are there any bad luck games? Are there any games that like you can get bad luck in?
Yeah, I mean, there's games that I have bad luck in where I just get crushed no matter how I play.
Oh, yeah? Dude?
Yeah, there's games that make me feel like I'm just the unluckiest guy in the world.
Yeah. The RNG
Oh, yeah.
dude.
We'll do some Hearthstone talk maybe because the RNG gods, love that Hearthstone game.
Dude, honestly, like Hearthstone, WoW. Well, WoW didn't have that much RNG, right? It was not really that much.
No.
any.
Well, you mean World of Warcraft?
Yeah.
Wow,
There's
dude.
a bit of it.
Well, the
I don't know,
RNG
I
was
don't
mostly
remember.
on the rolling. Like if you're rolling for loot.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you toss some dice.
Dude, I've gone like hundreds before on like a need versus like other people who need it, and it's
I've
felt
got
pretty
it
good.
ones before.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
shit
I've
that I
got one.
want.
Yeah. The worst is when you tie 100 with someone.
What
and you have
happens
to
then?
roll again.
Oh, you roll
Yeah,
again?
you just reroll.
I've tied a 1 with someone, and then I rolled another 1.
Oh, no. Yeah, I guess
Ouch.
we've
What are
done
the
it all.
chances of that, man? We should get our in-house statistician.
Wait,
Where's,
hold on. What would that be? Would that be just 100 times 100? No.
Bro, I don't know. What do you...
Math, guys.
Let's call Hike Manukian
No.
and have him do the math for us.
Oh, man.
If someone knows the answer, email it. What are the chances of rolling... I'm serious. What are the chances of rolling 2 ones in a row out of 1 through 100?
Honestly, I think it's such an easy math question. We're
No,
embarrassed
it'll
Yeah,
be-
no,
right
it
now.
probably
It'll
is.
be like 1 over 100 times 1 over 100.
I'm going to go with
Right?
Emin here.
Which just makes sense.
It makes sense to
Bro.
me, bro. But how do I know, dude? Math is like magic to me.
Yeah.
Like Magic the Gathering. No, I'm just kidding.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, man, this is like different than what I'm used to. I'm not holding a beer in my hand.
Yeah, we're drinking
holding,
we're drinking some tea, guys. Some regular, nice, pleasant tea.
Yes,
don't
we are.
know.
Courtesy of Emin, this time, not the Chai Sensei.
Yeah, well, no, I am the true Chai Sensei.
Okay, so we're actually going to have to settle this.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fight soon, so stay tuned.
Yeah, we're
You know
gonna have
what?
to settle
This is it. We'll have
Oh,
Emin's
so
chai
good.
this week, and then we'll have RX chai next week, and I'll be the one who decides because I'm the impartial guy who doesn't
Well, no,
care.
see, that's...
Well,
about tea.
what about your week? You need to have a tea themed week.
I
How
don't
about
I don't know anything about tea, dude.
is there like tea flavored beer?
Oh, that's a good question. There probably is somewhere out there.
Or not necessarily tea
that's-
flavored, but
I don't
like
know about all that, dude.
aged in tea,
Aged
or
in
tea barrels or
you
something?
should check it out.
I don't know.
What?
I have no clue. That's such an odd question.
It could be fantastic.
I'll look it up, man. I'll look it up and I'll, think about something regarding that.
Don't
once I
judge too
learn
hastily, man.
I never judge hastily except almost all the time.
Okay.
Except like literally 99% of the time of anything, like especially with games or like people's opinions on games, I just judge. Hardcore.
Okay.
Either way, nothing's going to beat this tea that you made today. I mean, because it has milk in it since it's British style.
Yeah, so it's British style tea. It's the brand is called PG Tips, is what they drink a lot over there. And yeah, it's warm water, PG Tips, and a bit of milk and some sugar.
Warm
Right?
water, not boiling water.
Boiling water.
Boiling.
I'm gonna try
water.
it,
That's
guys.
important. That's the first step.
Go on, take a drink.
Might be too hot, man. Don't scold yourself.
Not bad. Just tastes like warm water with a bit of flavor.
Oh, really? Is that what it tastes like?
That's it.
Dude.
I mean, help
He
me.
doesn't understand,
Help
man.
me.
He just doesn't get it. Ark, what do you think?
All right, let me take a sip, man. You guys should talk about something while I do that.
I mean, as a tea drinker, you would understand. You would appreciate.
It's not unpleasant. It's not. It's fine.
All right. What do you think?
Okay, well, first of all, before I talk about it from my perspective, this
Okay.
is something that people do in Britain, right?
Yeah, dude, all the time.
All
Like,
the
there
time.
is not a minute
Yeah.
that the kettle isn't on.
That's my point. So you can't possibly say anything bad or negative about this.
Yeah,
Because,
Yeah,
dude,
I'm
like, they'll
not.
send MI6 after you.
yeah.
and
So
shit,
basically, it tastes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that what
man.
you experienced in the UK, dude? If
dude,
if
like-
anyone spoke ill of tea, it was like a descent to the crown. Like they just like got tackled and killed by like the royal guard.
It's part,
Sent
it's
to
part of
the
the
crowd.
culture, dude. It's like, what if you speak bad of Armenian culture, for example? It's very similar.
Yeah.
They give you cigarette burns.
They'll jump. They'll jump you, dude. So, anyways, it tastes amazingly warm and cozy, but like that
Yeah.
different warm and cozy. You know, the one that like you taste when you're in front of a fireplace.
Sure. What kind of tea are you used to drinking?
Okay, nowadays I just drink Earl Grey. I used to not like Earl Grey because I
Okay.
felt like the taste was a little too strong or dominant.
Mm.
But see, my dilemma was that I forget the tea bag in there occasionally. So you
Went
get
over this, man.
I know, but you get a completely different taste of the tea if you leave the bag in for an extra minute versus 2 minutes
Absolutely.
versus
Yeah.
3. Yeah, so the longer the tea bag's in there, you're getting kind of a
Mhm.
different taste,
Mhm.
right? Especially if you're putting in some sugar versus no sugar. That's also big.
So you put
Flavor
milk and
changer.
sugar in this, right?
Milk and sugar, not too much sugar. Just
Yeah, I don't
a
taste that
spoonful.
much sugar. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, I mean, it's great. It's just like cool,
It's-
pleasant,
it's
but you know,
pleasant.
it
Yeah,
just
that's kind of
it
the
tastes
point
like
of
a
it.
little bit warm flavored water to me.
But
That's
you,
like
but you
the-
prefer beer to it.
To this, I mean,
Yes.
yeah, of course. Well, why wouldn't I prefer beer to tea?
So, John, you're not a tea drinker.
yeah, I'm not. I mean, I like tea every now and then. I don't care. I'm not gonna say no. I don't want tea. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
But you know, like it's, you know, I could just drink water.
Okay. Well,
What do you mean
Mm.
you could just drink beer?
No, if it's like tea and I have no beer.
No,
like,
you have beer.
Oh, I would just drink the beer.
You would always pick the beer over this.
beer
yeah,
over
of course.
tea.
Always.
Oh yeah,
time.
dude. I would rather have a stout and feel cozy than a
It's
tea.
breakfast time.
Oh, breakfast.
All right. No. Hypothetical. It's breakfast time. You have a
Uh-huh.
nice omelet or breakfast food, and the waiter comes up to you and says, "Would you like a beer or would you like a tea?"
I'd say I'd like an orange juice.
No. See, no, dude. That's all they serve there.
Is beer and tea?
It's a beer and tea.
Then if I went to a place that serves beer that early in the morning and
Yeah.
like they ask me that question, then
Yeah.
I'm gonna try their beer because
Okay, it's like the 7th night you've been at this
it's Coors.
hotel or whatever.
it's Coors. They give me Coors for breakfast. No, I'd rather drink literally an ocean of tea, dude.
Your own piss.
Oh my god, I would
In
rather
that scenario,
drink
I would
my
take the Coors.
Really? This is all wrong, guys. This
Whoa,
is
for-
so fucked up.
own. Dude, the chai sensei is about to like blow his
Whatever,
gob.
man. I'm
Breakfast
just.
Coors.
I would
man.
always have tea over everything.
always have Coors.
I think-
hear you.
No, I think I always drink. I drink more tea than I drink water on a daily basis.
I
More
mean,
coffee than I drink anything else, which is a problem.
That is a problem
That needs
because
to stop.
you also drink tea. And they
Yeah.
both have caffeine, so you're
I've been slowing down on my coffee though,
yeah.
and increasing on your tea.
and increasing on the tea.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Tea is better than coffee.
It is. I agree
Uh,
in every way. Dude.
I don't like coffee either. I'm not a coffee guy.
No, just beer.
I actually don't drink coffee. Like,
Man,
yeah, no, I don't. I hate it. I don't like it. I like the iced coffee is cool or blended, iced blended. Like when you go to like
sure.
a, that's not
Starbucks or whatever.
yeah, that's not like a legit
Yeah.
coffee, but I like it enough.
Have you guys tried cold brew coffee?
yeah, dude.
I
Actually,
do not like that.
Yeah, I think one time
Like
me,
it tastes grainy. Maybe it was the one that I had, but it's not right.
Yeah, Hike's a really big guy on coffee. He drinks a lot of coffee. And one
Oh.
time we went to you remember Alan Junoyan?
Mhm.
Yeah, he started making coffee and doing his own coffee thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so we had some of his coffee, and I think he was doing cold brew,
Hmm.
or part
It's
of
his,
it was.
it's his specialty, I think, like one of those like colder
brew?
coffees or iced coffees. He's like, wait till you try my iced coffee. I remember one time he told me like you'll change your whole opinion on like what coffee should be and this
Okay.
and that. I'm like, holy fuck, bro.
I mean, it's definitely like a very specific tasting thing. So
Hmm.
you have to be kind of like on a wine taster level in order to really
To
feel
get
the
like the little
appreciation.
nuance and the taste, sure.
Yeah, to get like, okay, this coffee is so much better or so much worse than
Mhm.
the other one. You have to be very picky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like aside from it waking you up or like keeping you alert or whatever, like in general, when I have coffee, like it doesn't taste like something I would like. Oh, I want coffee right now. It tastes so good. Like I drink for flavor a lot of the time,
Mhm.
which is odd because I drink beer, but I enjoy a lot of beer flavors. So it's just
Beer can taste good, man.
yeah, dude, beer can taste amazing.
Yeah, like just take Coors
Yeah.
for example.
No.
I have
No.
milk with my coffee whenever I have coffee, so
So
Okay.
this is right up your alley, dude.
this is right up my alley, John.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Right up.
Milk in my tea. I don't put any milk in my tea.
Oh,
when I
really?
drink. Yeah.
Hmm.
I like my tea dark and
I like
black.
this
Okay.
though, man. My final opinion as a non-tea drinker is that it's cool.
Yeah,
Like
man.
I would drink like at least 3 cups of this, like just
Easy.
Yeah, just casually.
yeah,
Easy,
just
yeah.
casual as fuck. I I guess maybe you're supposed to savor it and drink slow, but I just want to drink it all like at once in one gulp.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's normal.
Well, it's because of the temperature too. Like if it was boiling, you wouldn't be able to, so you'd have to sip it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't want it to get cold. You don't want it to get room temperature. Like
Bro, I've had room
be...
temp tea before, and it's really awful. Like
it's not awful. It's
I think
like
it's awful.
doable. Just put a few ice cubes in it, make it iced tea. Done.
Let me tell you, you can't really do that unless you took the bag out early. Because, when I have the bag in there for a while
You
and
get
the
that
tea
scum
gets
up top,
cold,
don't you?
yeah, it gets disgusting. It's pretty
Yeah.
nasty. So once my tea gets cold, if ever, I just dump it out. I make a new batch.
Well,
Yeah.
No dumping out today.
Here's to your tea never getting cold, guys.
yeah. May your tea never
Cheers.
get cold.
May your tea stay warm.
Yes. Cheers. Cheers. So what do we have up on our schedule?
What do we have on our schedule?
Ooh, you've had a
3
week.
letters, man.
Yeah, man.
SFV,
Yeah.
which is Street Fighter 5.
Now there's a purpose to it too. We're gonna have to battle it out to see who the true Chai Sensei is.
Yeah. So wait. Does it mean that we both have to go Dulcim because he's Indian and they drink tea, right?
Aren't there
I
like
think-
Brits in?
I guess they're.
I-
Wait, are
Street
there
Fighter?
Brits? I guess Cammy's British.
I feel like you're setting me up right now because you've been playing that character and you know how to play him.
I know how to play against him.
Okay, so you're setting me up. You just want me to play him so that you can beat me easy.
No.
That's
Bro,
what's happening right
Dhalsim's the best,
Dawson's
dude.
actually a tier 1 hero right now. Like a
Oh,
tier
is
1
that
character,
so?
yeah.
now. So more convincing.
Hey,
I don't know anything about it, honestly. Last time I played Street Fighter was the very first classic Street Fighter on what was it, my Sega?
Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
I played
The Sega
way back
system,
in the day,
yeah.
and not even
Yeah. Well,
not
like
even
Street
in any
Fighter 2.
hardcore sense. Like I would just play casually if I
Casually
never
play, yeah.
owned it. I just
I
would
played with
play.
my dad. My dad actually versed me and my uncle.
Nice.
Yeah, that was like back in the age where they actually still played a few video games.
Is
Yeah.
it Marvel versus Capcom, like Street Fighter cast versus Capcom cast, right?
Capcom is
wrong?
Street Fighter.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So Marvel being the heroes and yeah, right.
exactly.
I totally brain fart. But yeah. So yeah, Capcom is just like the Street Fighter cast, right?
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I played Marvel
And
versus
I'm
Capcom.
sure they
that
have some
game's
other
fun.
characters in Marvel versus Capcom, like other Capcom.
Yeah, Capcom,
dudes.
there's, like, Mega
Beautiful
Man.
Joe and Mega Man and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, no, for the most part, I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter 5. Yeah, the game itself, the fighting of the game itself is excellent. It's
Phenomenal.
tight. It feels good. Like all the characters are different enough, but they're just what you expect from them from the earlier games that you've played, the earlier Street Fighters. But the game itself is sort of broken and it's sort of unfinished.
Okay, we'll get into that. But quick question
Yeah.
on that beginning part you were talking about the gameplay. I want to ask about the pace. So yeah, most fighting games are pretty fast paced.
Mhm.
But if you were to kind of compare them to each other,
So-
would you say this is a little more fast paced or a little to the slower pace?
I would say a bit slower, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a bit more strategic in
Are
a
you
way.
are you
Interesting.
defending and guarding a lot and dodging, or are you
Yeah.
like
No, to play Street Fighter correctly, you need to be blocking the stuff that's coming
Most
your way.
fighting games you got to be blocking.
Yeah.
But then again, the pace
But like
could
that's
be
the thing. The one thing that makes this game a little different. Maybe I'm wrong, but in Mortal Kombat, isn't there a block button?
yeah.
Like A.
Yeah.
In
Or
Street Fighter,
one of
there's
the
no
bu-
block button. You just hold back. So because of that, when you're
Interesting.
blocking, it creates more space. Like it naturally creates more space and naturally slows the game down a little bit
That's interesting.
because you're constantly kind of pulling away from each other when you're trying to play more defensive.
Oh, I see. That's cool. That's a cool thing
Yeah.
they have going.
Yeah, that's something they've done since like Street
Have
Fighter
you
1.
played Mortal Kombat 10?
It's been a while, but Mortal Kombat 10, yeah, I played a little bit
the
of
new
it.
one.
Yeah, I played a little bit of it, but
So I
I
would
didn't
say-
get too much into it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, me
Yeah.
neither. I played a little bit, but I would say that was pretty fast paced when it came
Yeah,
to fighting
no,
games.
it was very fast paced.
So you'd say Street Fighter's slower paced than that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say it's a bit slower.
To me, like my only my main exposure to Street Fighter was Marvel versus Capcom games, and those games like feel to me like super fast, super
Yeah.
chaotic. You could tag in and out. You could do all this crazy cool stuff in those.
Are you
games.
talking
like-
about the one that came out on Xbox 360?
No, I'm talking about
and-
like older ones, dude.
Oh, okay,
Like back
like
in the
arcade
era.
stuff.
Yeah, back in the era of like even like the PlayStation and like or maybe original Xbox and like
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Dreamcast and stuff like that. Like back in the fucking day, dude. Like that's where my mind's at with Marvel versus Capcom
Yeah.
games. Like, and beyond that, I never really got into Street Fighter. I never got into fighting games. I think we discussed this even last week. Like, I'm just not a fighting game kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I appreciate them. They're cool.
Mhm.
I like them.
You're not the fighting game
Don't
kind
even
of guy,
start.
huh?
Don't even start, Orig.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Too much involved, dude.
Well,
with
do you want to talk about the pros or the cons first? Do you want to talk about why the game's broken, or do you want to tell me why it's so beautiful?
I want to know why it's broken, to be honest.
Yeah, okay.
you
Let's
know.
start with that. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that they promised to put into the game that is not in the game. Okay? Like they said that there's going to be a story mode, and there is sort of a very jank story mode that they've put in.
Jank meaning what?
Jank meaning it's a slideshow, and you like click through it.
You mean no,
listen to
no
bad dialogue.
cinematics?
No cinematic.
What?
It's just it looks like concept art. Like it looks
Okay.
like unfinished concept art.
That's
and you
terrible.
you click through it, and then you do a fight, and then you sit through
Oh,
more
no.
slideshow, and then you
Can
do
you
another
skip?
fight.
Can
Oh,
you say
no.
no slideshow? Can you?
Yeah, I mean you could just A through it.
Dude,
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 10 had cinematics and a whole story going.
That's the thing. There is going to be a cinematic story, but they haven't added it yet.
Interesting.
It's going to be a free update that's
Dude.
going to come later. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff like that. Like on the main menu, there's 4 or 5 different things that are grayed out because it's not added yet.
So
Dude,
is this alpha?
It's not alpha. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I feel like they pushed it out a bit early to get it into the hands of the people quicker, so interest for the tournament scene and the pro
Yeah.
scene would, like boost up a little, just so more people.
That's what
get
I've
hands
heard,
on the
dude.
game.
I've heard that they like a lot of people's criticisms are that they released this advertising a full game, but it's not,
Mhm.
and they just should have called it like a tournament mode or something, like the whole game itself. Like they sell it to you, they give you the tournament version of the game.
Yeah.
As opposed to like saying it's the full game.
Now that I think about it, though, if they're just going to release everything in free updates over time and you're not going to have to work again to obtain those things, does it really matter what
Okay,
they
well-
call it or how they release it? If as long as you get it and you don't have to pay anything
You're paying,
extra.
but you're paying full price already for the product. Don't you think you're
Well, no,
entitled to
they're-
like a more comprehensive
Sure.
experience? I guess.
Sure.
Like as a consumer.
About what you're saying, like there are going to be updates and different characters and stuff that they're going to add that you can pay fight money for. Fight money is like the in-game currency that you get.
Fight
for,
money, dude.
Of course.
that you get for playing online and just doing stuff
Sure,
inside
The
the
new,
game.
the new age of the gaming industry.
Or you could reach into your pocket and drop some fat dough and just immediately get your dudes.
Doski broskis,
Yeah.
dude.
So there might be entire updates and entire DLC,
The DLC
that's, like you
paid.
have to pay for,
That's fucked
but
up.
they haven't really talked about that yet.
That's really fucked up.
I don't know, man. I'm hoping that it's like a generous, like there's a lot of free stuff.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I mean, most games like the extra characters and the DLC and the weird shit, like yeah, sure that costs money, but like main gameplay stuff, like if you had to pay for like the cinematics, which I'm not saying they're
Yeah.
doing and they're probably not,
No,
but
they're
if
not.
you did, that's fucking stupid.
Okay, look. Do you have Blanca in the game?
No, man.
Okay, so that's the concept that I'm like having issue with. If you don't have a classic character in the game, and if you're gonna release the game without all the classics and base foundations of the game in there, then yeah, I would say that's not
Was
right.
Blanca
I mean,
the
like-
big guy?
It's the
Blanca
beastie.
was
Yeah,
was the Mexican beast that when
Yeah.
you tap attack, he starts like generating electricity.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
He was my favorite character.
yeah, he was my
guy.
favorite character back in the old
Yeah.
school.
They'll probably add him. And you know what? Like different Street Fighter games have done that. Like they don't put every character that was in the games prior.
I
that's
feel like a
just
lot
how
of
it is.
fighting games do that.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat doesn't always use everybody, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you use the main heroes, the main characters.
I wouldn't say Blanca's a main hero, man. Like
Ryu,
Blanca's
He's
not in
pretty
it.
Chun-Li.
big in there,
Yeah,
dude.
So from the originals, just off the top of my head, like Ryu, Ken,
Ken, yeah.
Chun-Li, Bison,
Yeah.
Dawson.
Yoga fight.
Yeah.
Yoga fight.
I would
There's-
throw Blanca in there too in the mix, dude. I think he was one of the main ones. I don't think he was anything that was added
Yeah, like
later.
he's not in it.
I think he's
Honda's not
core.
in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like there's a few. I agree. All right, there's a few
It's
core people that's
few
not
core
in it, but I
characters, yeah.
guarantee Blanca's gonna come in later.
Okay.
But the
For
question
free.
is, you gonna pay or what?
Yeah, if it's for pay,
Yeah,
then
that I don't
No,
know. They
thank you.
did talk about 6 characters that's gonna be added in the next patch or whenever that comes out. I think it's in mid-March.
yeah,
And Blanca was not one of them.
I see. Let me
Was
tell you.
not. Wow.
No.
Let me
was
tell
not.
you, if they do this thing where they add characters from like another universe and it's not very core characters or it's like characters from maybe some other cross platform and they do DLC paid for that, that's fine. You know, like I don't mind
Yeah.
that. I probably won't get it, but it's on the option if I want it and it's not like an essential thing. But let's say I play online, I get to verse these characters. Like other people who bought the DLC and have these characters can
Yeah.
just play them and I can just fight against them, for example. And I can't play them myself because I haven't bought the DLC. That's fine as long as those characters are some characters that are not essential to like the actual core game.
Sure. I feel like they are gonna add some characters like that.
Like
that you're saying
crossover?
are crossover characters.
Funny
because
characters,
there
you know?
are Street Fighter characters in Tekken, in the new Tekken.
Yeah.
There's like Akuma, and they put in Ryu.
I didn't know they put it. Dude, they're putting Ryu everywhere
Ryu,
now.
yeah, he's an
Yeah.
icon now.
Yeah.
He's iconic.
Dude, he's great in Super Smash.
You know what
so-
sucks though? It's Ryu over Ken because they're supposed to be like equal, right? Value. They're both like equal.
I would take Ryu over Ken.
Bro, you would, but theoretically, like at the beginnings of Street Fighter, both Ken and Ryu are kind of like both brothers, like on the equal playing field level.
I don't know about that, dude. Ryu
What
has
do you
always
mean?
been the face of Street Since
Since the beginning.
the
Okay,
since
so
two,
how
yeah.
would you
His,
compare?
his, you know, his outfit, the white and the black.
What about
man, like,
Ken?
it's iconic.
What about Ken?
Dude, fuck Ken.
What do you mean fuck Ken?
Well, I'll tell you. Okay, actually, this is a good example. I don't even know who Ken is, but I know
What?
Ryu.
well, you know
but
Ryu
that's
because
the-
of Smash Brawl.
No, but not even
Okay.
before. I mean, before then, Ryu.
Oh.
Like, I agree. I don't know from the beginning, but like the fact that I know Ryu and not Ken would probably suggest something, right?
I guess
For me, man, Ken has always been a palette swap.
Ken is like Luigi versus Mario
Sure.
for Ryu. You know.
Sure, fair enough.
So it's the same kind of controversial issue where Luigi's
Yeah, but
the
Mario's
brother.
better than Luigi.
It's just because you play him
I don't
more.
know,
Dude,
man.
Mario's
yeah, Luigi's
so
the
much
loser
better
of
than
losers.
Man,
dude.
if Luigi was set to player 1 and Mario was set to player 2 and Luigi was on the cover
That
of
would
the
not be
games,
okay.
you would.
No
I mean,
one
you
would
wouldn't
buy it,
know.
dude.
You wouldn't know any
Nintendo
better.
wouldn't exist.
You wouldn't know any better.
Nintendo wouldn't exist.
they wouldn't exist
Oh.
without
If
Mario,
they-
dude.
Dude, if
So-
they embraced Luigi over Mario, are you
They
kidding
had
me?
the year of Luigi.
Yeah, for 2 years in a row.
Wait, really?
Yeah. So like the year of Luigi, after the year ended, it was like, oh, whatever, it's another year of Luigi.
'Cause they didn't
That's
have
not
enough,
how
right?
years work, man.
Well, for Nintendo, years work how they
So
want
does
them
this
to work.
mean people like the red color more than the green color generally?
Dude, I think there's something to the psychology.
There's some
behind that.
correlations, obviously,
Yeah.
right? If people loved green way more than red in general, then Luigi would have gotten more.
But it
love.
was only Mario first, right? Because in Donkey Kong, wasn't it just Mario going up against
Yeah.
the original Donkey
guess.
Kong game that you're saving the chick
You're
at
right.
the top of the thing? It was only
it might
Mario.
just be familiarity then.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to Street Fighter.
Back to Street Fighter,
Yeah.
yeah. Talking about how the game was broken
Uh-huh.
for about a week.
Yeah.
Servers wouldn't work.
Oh,
Wow. But
Yeah.
what can you do when the servers don't
no.
work?
Single player?
You can play. That's the thing. So I was playing a lot with my cousin, which he's around, and yeah, we were just playing
Each other?
together.
Was it
Yeah,
fun?
Each other. Yeah, man. It's Street Fighter. It's great. It's like I'm telling you, the fighting of the game. It's tight. It feels good.
Any lag?
looks
Any
beautiful.
frame chops? Anything like that? Or
Online sometimes. Online. So they put out a update this morning. So servers went down for a little bit, and then they came back up, and I played maybe 3-4 games online, and they've been excellent.
good?
Like you notice no lag, you notice nothing, and you go up against like PlayStation people, you go up against other PC people, and it tells you, it gives like a little icon to see who you're going up
Nice.
against.
That's cool. You know what, dude? More games need to embrace like cross-platform. Like, for instance, what Dark Souls 3 is going to come out, and I have no clue if that's cross-platform, but I really
I
hope
think
it is.
all games should be cross.
Oh, yeah, no, all
Literally,
games.
I think
I
it's
bet
just
there's
a
like
negative.
architectural like
Okay, yeah,
problems that come up
of
for
I'm
some
not
games.
so sure, dude. I think that's just an excuse.
No, I mean, if there's a huge technical issue that's going to take way too much work to sort out and it's going to make an issue for like the whole entirety of the game,
That
that's a
makes
whole
sense,
different
yeah.
story. But whatever game you can, you should, I think. I have a question about the Street Fighter lag you were saying. So, first of all, my question is when you're playing against PS4 players or console versus like PC players, do you
Yeah.
feel a difference, not just in lag, but do you feel a difference in like their gameplay even maybe? Is there like how could you compare PC versus console gamers when you
So I think, for me at least, you can notice when someone is playing on a controller and when someone's playing on a fight stick.
Okay. In what way?
Though how quickly they go from standing to
Ah.
ducking and how quickly they move back and forth.
So which one's
Because you have a
quicker?
lot more control when you're using a fight stick over the joystick. Because it's a lot bigger and you could like tap it back and forth really quickly. You get a lot more control over your character than you do on a controller.
Let me ask you, bro. Are you thinking about getting a fight stick? Because I know you have a
Oh, yeah.
flight stick.
Yeah, no, I have a flight stick. I need to get a fight stick.
Nice,
Yeah.
man.
No,
I'm sure there's
absolutely.
like some cool ones out there, like really cool ones,
Yeah, no,
like
absolutely.
used by pros and shit.
Yeah, man, those are stupid. Like if you're getting a professional for like, quote unquote fight stick, they go for like $300.
Dude,
Of
why?
course they
dude?
would. Of course, if there's a niche market
Have
for
you
it.
used one of those?
No, I'm
They
not,
feel so
bro.
good. They feel good.
Like compared to
Like, I'm
just a normal
convinced-
one, like a normal consumer one, they feel that much like a jump. You
I would
know,
say
in-
so.
Wow.
What I want
Yeah.
to know is what percentage my win rate goes up, like guaranteed, when I use it.
With fight stick.
Yeah, is it like a 13%?
I mean, you still got to learn it. It's different.
Of
It's
course.
it's
No,
like
I'm kidding.
yeah.
Yeah. No, but they should guarantee, like, they could make these guarantees. They could say like 10%, plus or minus 1 or 2%.
Buy our fight stick, you get
Yeah.
10% MMR boost.
Oh,
Buy
man.
ours, you get
Yeah, guaranteed. Like if you don't, your money back. But you will, because you want to. You're playing the game, so you're gonna get better.
That's funny, man. No, I mean, like, I'd be down to try it out, man. I mean, later on.
Yeah,
I haven't
later
played
on.
it yet. I know that it looks beautiful. I mean, I've seen gameplay and stuff. Like, the animations are smooth. The art style's like really cool. Like, it's up to date. It's modern. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are okay. So jumping a little bit, there are a few cinematics inside the game, like for the intro cinematic, and
Sure.
there's like some other stuff like thrown around. Those cinematics look fantastic.
Yeah.
And I really wish they embraced that kind of art style for the cinematic storyline that they're going to put in.
They might, right?
It's kind of oil painting style. It's very interestingly done, and I feel like they will. Like, it's a very interesting art style. It's cool.
I hope so. I have another question.
Yes.
So this game, if let's say your internet's down, can you play it?
So there's an offline mode, but it's very bare bones.
Okay.
Like, you can do training, you can do versus.
Versus AI, for example.
Versus AI, yes, but there's no point
Why?
because you won't make fight money, and
Oh,
it won't record any of your stats. So there's a survival mode that they put in, and you basically go up against AI control guy, and they get harder and harder.
Yeah.
And your health doesn't go up.
Okay.
And at the end of each fight, you're given a whole bunch of choices. Like, you have to use up your score to either give yourself health
Oh, that sounds
or
cool.
give yourself like damage or defense or whatever
Right.
that will last for a match, and then
But
you
no
keep going.
prizes if you like get to
But
a
if
certain
you-
round.
I haven't beaten it yet,
Okay.
but I do think after you beat it for a character, you unlock a different costume.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
There's something at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Mortal Kombat 10 had a lot of stuff like that, where
Mhm.
you had the towers and you can fight the AI.
Dude, Mortal Kombat 10 had an excellent single player.
It did have an excellent.
Like, they had that entire crypt
You could
thing.
Yeah,
definitely
the
just
crypt.
play the single player.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
can
A
enjoy
lot
it
of
like
your
as
hours.
its own
Mhm.
game, you know?
Yeah.
Its own merit. You don't need a verse.
Whole bunch
Street
of
Fighter
shit to
5
unlock.
is not a single player game. Street Fighter
Okay.
5 is a multiplayer game.
Do you think
Strictly
they'll ever
multiplayer.
make it in patches and stuff like that? Do you think they'll focus on single player, or do you
That's
think
the thing,
that they're
the story
really
mode is coming out.
No, but even then, like, the story mode can be a story mode, but like
Yeah.
that my question is more like, do you think that they'll embrace that side or just simply neglect it and put it out of formality?
I don't want to say they'll neglect it, but they will put more focus on the multiplayer side of it, just because.
Big time, right? That's where
You
the
know,
money is. That's where the publicity is. That's where
exactly.
the people even
tournaments
give a
are
shit
where-
about like the game.
Yeah,
Mm.
So character balancing basically is what they're
Yeah.
gonna put a lot of their
Mm.
focus into.
sure.
Make sure that it's professional
Yeah.
and fair.
Dude,
Which I'm
that's
very happy
actually
with.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
actually like a new thing, because like, I'd never really heard before in fighting games like them going back retroactively and changing things, balancing things. That's not a real thing that would happen, like, let's say 3, 4, 5 years ago and like before then. But
Oh,
then
yeah.
Super Smash came out, right? And they just like balance every patch. Like, they just come out and like nerf heroes, buff other heroes, this, that. I think in Mortal Kombat they might do that. I don't know.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, the first sense of that I got was in World of Warcraft, because there was a whole bunch of balancing
Oh
issues.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, back when I used to play hardcore, I'd be on the forums like reading every day,
Of course.
and it was constant discussions. Like, there were seasons where, okay, this character is now overpowered because of this, and like people had huge discussions about it. So I think in every game where you have like multiple abilities or multiple
Mm-hmm.
characters doing multiple damage with different moves, there's going to be some balancing that goes on,
Yeah.
or there should be if there isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even in single player games, they do balance stuff. Like Pillars of Eternity, it's just a single player RPG, and they like
Like actual balancing, not only bug fixes.
actual like, they
Nerfs,
change
buffs.
classes
Cool.
completely. Like from when I played Pillars of Eternity, I didn't finish it, but when I first played it and it was launched, from this point now, like, or till this point now, if I played it again, completely different game. Like, just class wise, like the classes are so different than how they were at launch. It's ridiculous, and it's a single player game. You're not bursting anyone.
That's
Right.
always cool to see, man. It just
It
means
is.
the
Yeah,
developers care
yeah,
about their
it's
game.
cool.
Like,
Yeah,
they
no,
want
it's
it to
nice.
be better.
Yeah,
It's
course.
not that they just like pump it out and they just like fold their hands and
Mhm.
like, okay.
What is
Time
what
to
is
swim in money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's nice. Yeah, there is a definite like any kind of after launch content, be it patch, bug fixes, balance changes, whatever, dude. It just shows you that the developer like really enjoys the fact that you're playing their game. They want to help you to play it more, enjoy it more.
Yeah, it's about the involvement level. You have to be involved. The more involved you are, the quicker you're gonna do things too. Add changes. You know, if it takes you a whole month or whatever to balance out some issues that people have been talking about for weeks, then that's gonna translate into the characters and how much they work or don't work and how much the people care about the game.
Yeah, translate into people's enthusiasm for the game in those weeks. Like, there's times when you'll think, oh, I'm not even going to play until they balance this whatever in any game, right? Like, I've heard that line. I've used that line. Like, well, I'm not going to play until they do this. I'm not going to play until they do this. And then
you wait
they do it so down the line, and it's like, okay, that's what killed Pillars of Eternity. They kept balancing it for me. And then I was just like, I'm just going to wait until this game is like done until I even bother, because like my saves don't matter anymore, shit like that. Like, okay, I'll just wait till
that raises the question of too much balancing maybe too quickly and changing the game up. Yeah. There should be a state where the game is done and you're tweaking it with some balances. Or if you add a whole new character, let's say, that's a whole different thing, right? Then, okay, new character, then you have to rebalance. Like Heroes of the Storm, they're about to add a new character, Zul, right? So, of course, he's probably going to be a little overpowered. I think they tend to just release them a little stronger than releasing them a little weaker.
Make people want to spend that money.
I mean, it makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah.
It makes sense.
For sure.
You're not going to get it perfect anyway when you release them. Something's going to be off. It's hard to get it perfect. Yeah. So better to lean towards him being a better, stronger character than worse, right? Because then nobody buys it, so it sucks.
What's the point?
Yeah. No, and then I'm curious how it's going to be for Street Fighter if they're releasing like 6 more characters or whatever that you mentioned. I'm very curious to see how they're going to balance, how they're like going to nerf or buff or what have you, like other characters.
2 of them are repeats from what I remember. One of them is Balrog.
The Balrog, dude. You shall not pass.
Yeah, dude. Back in the day when I was young, I was playing a lot of Mortal Kombat, and I wanted to get Scorpion and Sub-Zero tattoos.
Dude, like, Scorpion and Sub-Zero are the bomb.
Yeah, like on my left arm, I'd get Sub-Zero, on my right arm, I'd get Scorpion, like on the shoulder, something of that. Like first, when I was a little kid, my imagination was like, I don't know, off the charts. I would think of like all these
like poses or something.
Things to do, but then later on, I was like, maybe just their names, like Sub-Zero down one arm and Scorpion down the other.
Dude, you gotta have them like.
Yeah, you gotta do something more interesting than that.
Yeah, you can't just do their names.
Yeah, so I mean, that's not gonna happen anymore.
Get over here. That's not quite a Street Fighter.
Who would you play, Sub-Zero or Scorpion?
Out of just the 2?
Yeah.
It's one right answer.
I think Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
I think so. I like both.
Holy shit.
Dude. Please.
Of course you gotta go Scorpion.
No, man, Scorpion's so dumb.
No, Scorpion's great. I love them both. But Sub-Zero, dude. Sub-Zero's cool.
Okay, absolutely Sub-Zero.
Okay, I mean.
Dude, Sub-Zero, like, his fatalities are some of the
when you go up
coolest.
against a good Sub-Zero, you can't do anything because you're frozen all the time.
You know what? You're so wrong about this.
No.
Yeah, and I can tell you why. Because in Mortal Kombat 10, at least, Scorpion has a loop combo. There was a term for it. I forgot what the term was. But basically, if you execute the combo correctly, then if the other player doesn't block the perfect move at the right time, you're stuck in a loop combo, so you just can't get out of it.
That's
and you lose.
Broken. See, like that's
not broken.
That needs to be fixed.
No, that's not broken. That's how it works. No, because Scorpion is so cool, he can do this to you. Sub-Zero doesn't have shit like that. There's a couple of other characters that can do that too.
Don't need shit like that, son.
No,
I like
he
both,
certainly
dude.
needs it, dude. Against Scorpion, especially anything he can muster.
No.
Fire melts ice. I'm sorry. To break
But
the ice.
No, I'll definitely say that Scorpion I think is the cooler, but I would still play Sub-Zero
there you go.
because I like Sub-Zero's powers.
Scorpion's all right, but Sub-Zero's cool, man.
I mean, he's cool literally, but not figuratively. You know what I mean?
Bro, he is cool figuratively. What do you mean? They're both cool.
No, of course, dude. Like, I wanted to get a tattoo of both of them, so they're both chill. But Scorpion, get over here, fire, hell.
Dude,
he's
Scorpion inspires creative shit, like the shit in his arms and his shoulders, how he brings you, like, it's cool. Like,
he's like the dark side, like the gritty, nasty, like real side of things. Sub-Zero is more of like the kids PG side, like nothing too vulgar.
No,
come on. I mean, that you can't disagree with that.
I don't know, man. He has some pretty nasty fatalities. Like when you
he
really get to the meat of
ice
them,
and he shatters you.
Yeah,
into
and
bits, dude.
Yeah, but you're all you're all ice bits. You don't see much gore. It's all blue. You know what I mean?
It's all blue and red, dude.
Yeah, but
it's
see,
all coagulated blood.
With
dude.
Scorpion, he rips your spine out. He does a lot of cool stuff, man.
Dude, because he's a pleb, dude. He needs to use his hands, whereas fucking Sub-Zero can just do some crazy. I don't even know what I'm saying, dude.
Totally
I don't really care.
Joshing me here.
All right, well, you guys are talking too much, so we're gonna take a break.
All right.
Oh yeah.
John Danho,
Hello.
what games have you been playing?
Well, lately I've been playing. Well, okay, so I put it down for a little while now, but my last recent game that I'm playing that's like new or quote unquote new is Dragon's Dogma: Dark Arisen. Came out for PC, and I think I even put a post about it like on our site when it was announced and when it was like getting traction again for the PC release. Man, great game. Love it. Really cool, really fantastical, really fun. It's an RPG, like every game that I love. It's great, man. Like it has all the essential elements that I want out of a game sometimes, like the class selection, creating your own character, male, female, doesn't matter. You can create your own. So the biggest thing about the game is creating your own pawn, okay? Which is like your henchman or partner,
Okay.
all right? And so what happens is you create a pawn with the same tools that you use to create your character. And that pawn follows you from the beginning of the game till the end, as far as I know. Unless maybe if they die, there's something. But basically follows you. And what you do is, at a certain point in the story, you can upload your pawn to like this realm that other people can download that pawn from. And when your pawn is out doing things with other adventurers, they come back with experience of fighting new monsters, like knowing how to fight them. They come back with items, depending. They come back with a rating, like people can rate your pawn and stuff. Like it's fucking slick. Like, and you can make anything, like, and like the same way you make your character, you make a pawn.
That is an awesome feature.
That it like very good. Yeah.
And you don't really control the pawn? It's not.
You don't
it's not
control the
player
pawn.
controlled?
Yeah, no, it's not player controlled.
Just
but
tell
you
them what
can-
to do.
You can levy commands to them in the middle of battle. You can also define like what you can do is you go to an inn and you sit in a certain chair, and your pawn sits opposite you, and they start asking you questions like, you're called the Arisen. So it goes like, Arisen, like, I want to be more talkative in battle. And then that's it. They all talk with that kind of accent, and they like, and you say yes or no. So you could say, do you want them to be more talkative or you want them to be less talkative? They say, do you want me to heal companions more, or do you want me to focus on like just glass cannon, like just focus on enemies?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and you could kind
So
of define
that's
their
how you
personality.
kind of change their personality, change the
Yeah.
AI.
Mhm.
Can you do that mid battle?
No, you
like-
do that. You can levy commands in the middle of battle, like go here, attack this, wait here, whatever.
But you can't really change their personality.
No,
and
you change their personality. It's very D&D-esque. Like it's very much like Dungeons and Dragons. You go on an adventure, you go on a dungeon run, you go fight monsters and gain experience, and you come back, you rest. Your pawn gets uploaded like with the new thing that they found. You can take another quest at the notice board, but you buy new gear all the time when you're in the town again. You actually go and you have to rest to do any like meaningful activities. There's like a traveling merchant. It's like straight up a D&D styled game.
It's like an imaginary little friend you have tagging along with you.
It's great. No, I have like a little magess. Like she's a
Companion.
little blonde maid.
Oh, she, yeah.
Yeah, dude, of
Oh,
course.
she, yes, of course.
Dude,
she.
I might.
Is your main character also her?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, 2 females.
Yeah, man.
Very amazing.
Got a nice little harem going.
That's great. I mean, if you're gonna stare at an ass, better be a female's ass than a male's ass, right? If you're playing the game for hours.
Oh, bro. I mean, I'm not staring at their asses. I'm staring at the world,
beautiful.
man.
Oh, the world. Oh, that's not. You don't stare at asses when you play games
dude.
of your characters.
Nah, man.
Oh,
Weird.
that's what RPG games are for.
That's
Oh,
why I
yeah,
play
that-
Street Fighter.
Oh,
right.
you play that new Brazilian or whatever with the big ass?
She's a cutie, dude.
Yeah, I
Oh.
bet, dude. So is that your style, huh? All right, you just
What do
like
you
you just like to stare.
Why do you think I got back into World of Warcraft? Dude?
Oh yeah, dude. You're
Hmm.
playing like a nice night elf.
No,
female
What
or
elf?
something?
I wish, man. I'm stuck with undeads. I'm just.
They're not that good to look at. What
I
do you
know.
mean?
I'm an undead guy. Not male undeads. Not even female.
No, dude. I don't know. I would say that I would definitely recommend you guys to play Dragon's Dogma one of these days. It has problems though, I like tons, but
All right,
It's a
so
fun game.
what's a problem that it has? Like the one that kind of rubs you the wrong way?
the one that
Yes.
rubs me the wrong way the most is like the save system. So you can't like load a specific save file. You just load your last save every time, or you reload back to when you last rested at an inn, which is why it's so important to do so. But you lose all the progress like since, right? So what will happen sometimes, and what's happened to me, and it's like been such an absolute frustration and travesty, is I'm in the middle of combat and I'm like, or in the middle of a very dire situation, and the game for whatever reason auto saves in the middle of the combat, like while I'm close to dying or something. So then it always just loops me back right there, and I have to figure out like
man.
how the fuck to deal with this, which I have, but I mean not everyone's gonna be so lucky. It's
Yeah.
happened twice, and I like would spend hours trying to maneuver myself in that situation, and it's like this kind of archaic. Like this shouldn't be a problem in this fucking day
That
and age.
sounds
Well,
like-
okay, so you're saying it's archaic. Isn't this an oldish game?
It's
What
old,
was
yeah,
it
but it's a
originally
PC
out on?
release, dude. Now, Xbox 360, PS.
Okay. So it's been out for a little bit.
Yeah, I want to say a little while.
Yeah.
That sounds like it would kill my fun. At my game.
It has almost killed my fun. I know it killed Shahan Bohigyan's fun. Like he got.
Oh, did he stop playing?
Yeah, he got
because of
pretty
that?
wrecked by. I think that was one reason, and like the different other reasons. Like he felt it was too slow, and the traveling and all this stuff. Like, and I don't know. There are a lot of problems with it.
How is the combat? Is it more Dark Souls-ish? Like,
No.
is it a hack and slash or is it
It's
turn-based?
it's comparable to Dark Souls on the surface, but it's very dissimilar. Like in Dark Souls, specifically, the most.
Yes.
Like it's super skill based. Like you could beat Dark Souls, quote unquote beat, or just like the first run of it or whatever, naked with the starting like
Whatever.
sword or whatever. Yeah, you
Anything,
could just anything. Yeah. In this, it's not like that. It's very stat based, level based, and ability based. Like it's like an RPG strictly
More
in
like
that
Witcher,
sense.
maybe.
A little more, yeah. It's very comparable to The Witcher more than it is to
I
Dark
see.
Souls. I would say like you have to level up, get your abilities up and stuff like that. You can't just win via skill, but to win battles at your level, you have to be fucking skillful and you have to be like mindful of what's going on.
Right.
Like,
It's a combination.
yeah, it's a sweet spot in my opinion. At least
Okay.
I enjoyed it. Like I would go and fight a chimera or I would find a chimera in the middle of like the forest at night and I'd have to fight it and it has a snake on its back as the tail. Okay, that's spewing poison and like attacking you from behind.
Nice.
It has a goat's or a ram's head and then a lion's head and they're sharing the front. And they both do their own things, right? So what you have to do is you have to climb and start hitting the snake's tail or you're going to get wrecked. And then you could chop off the snake's tail with enough damage on it, but you're getting thrown off. It's jumping around.
You have to
It's
be wary.
You have to
You
be
have to
super
dodge.
You have a dodge. You can dodge. You
But
can
less
so
run.
it's
than
like
Dark
real-time
Souls.
combat. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not
it's all
turn-based.
real time. No, yeah.
Okay,
It's
all
all
right.
it's all real time.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Real time, real fun.
Is there different difficulties you can set the game to?
Yes.
So you can make it harder for yourself.
Yes, you can make it harder. But the
Okay.
harder you get, it's more damage spongy enemies. So
Oh,
you
I
don't
see.
want to really go like the
Oh, okay.
hardest difficulty.
Right. Okay. So
You-
I was
like-
gonna ask you on like a difficulty scale.
I'm
from-
playing like normal or hard, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say from like a difficulty scale of like Minecraft to Dark Souls. How hard is this game
Ah,
to
On
play?
Minecraft the Dark Souls.
Minecraft can be hard.
Bro, don't even start this right now.
But like I don't know, man. I would say on that kind of scale it's probably
An XCOM.
it's probably like
God.
it's probably like a Final Fantasy level of kind of difficulty.
Okay.
You know,
well,
like
okay.
it's like difficult if you don't know what you're doing, but when you
Sure.
start getting the formula down,
Sure.
like you're
I got
you're
you.
in it to win it.
But I
and
can
you-
see how the not reloading your saves
bro,
properly
it's
can fuck.
it's really annoying. Yeah.
I'll have a few things to say about that when we talk about XCOM 2 with the saving
Similar
specifically.
stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll talk about it.
Bro, like
Sure.
I think I recommend it. Like you guys would probably enjoy it if you can get past that save thing. Like there's not really crazy bugs or anything. Like it's just kind of it's its own game. It's a little slow. Like your running is slow and your walking is slow.
Is it
and
open
stuff.
world?
Yes.
Okay.
Fairly open world, but not leveled. So like you can encounter shit that'll just wreck you. Like
Sure.
if you're
Various
exploring.
quests I can pick up.
Bro, tons of quests.
Yeah.
Like absolute tons. Escort quests,
Are
fetch
there-
quests, this, that, like whatever
Are there
story.
quests that like out level you and you can't pick them up yet? But
You
know
you
that-
can pick them up and they'll just out level you. But okay, so there's another problem. The game doesn't always necessarily tell you what's good for you and what's bad for you to pick up. So you could pick up something, try to go do it, and find out you're just gonna get schooled.
Oh,
Or you could pick it up and think you're gonna get schooled, but it turns out to be fairly simple.
I see.
It all depends. It's really like it's a not. You shouldn't play it as a normal RPG. You should be super patient with it. Like super like you should sit there try to really absorb what it's doing and think about everything that you're gonna do like before you do it. Like
Yeah. So I have a question for you, John. So everything that you've been saying so far, it just to me seems like a very generic kind of cookie cutter RPG. Is like what makes this different?
Well,
Is
I mean,
it-
okay.
is it different? Like, well, what's the? I don't want to say appeal, but like, what sets this apart from any
well,
other
okay,
RPG?
for instance, like the pawn system is probably one of the biggest things.
Sure.
I think that's
Okay.
definitely unique among the genre and definitely like a unique element I haven't really seen in other games. The combat itself is very satisfying because of the varied way you could build your character. You have to like do different things. So like if you're a mage, you know, I mean, yeah, it's generic in the sense like you have roles with your classes, but the combat is super satisfying because you're generally up against either mobs that are strong or huge monsters. And the monsters, man, like I'm versing a fucking Cyclops and I have to climb the Cyclops and start attacking its eye because, you know, it's the Cyclops. This is number one weakness that any other fantasy thing would tell you, right, is the eye. So you have to go and you have to attack it. You can knock it off balance and like do different things. You could combo with you have, besides your main pawn, you hire 2 or 3 more. And you have a whole retinue of people.
Squad.
Yeah. You have a squad that you don't control, but you control. Like they learn your behavior. The AI is very advanced. They learn how you like to play, and they try to like incorporate their own strategies with yours and stuff like that. Like it's a very satisfying game when you learn it.
Question.
It's like, yeah.
So during the fighting and combat, are there points where, like in God of War, for example, when you're fighting a boss, it'll change the screen and it'll say you have to press this button?
I haven't encountered that yet, if it exists. But whenever your pawns or you do like something really good or they can combo well, it slows down like crazy so you can see it. Like
cool.
But you don't have to press anything.
Like no quick time
specific.
events.
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
It's fucking slick. Like I'm just playing a 2-handed warrior, like just a giant sword and like running around. I could jump and swoop under me and like hit people behind me with my sword. Like,
are there paladins?
You could be like a paladin. Yeah. No, it's not called a paladin, but you could basically be a paladin.
Okay.
They're like rustic classes, dude. Like knight, like squire, like
you're sold.
You know, I like that.
You're sold.
I like that.
Yeah, no, like it's fucking like raw fantasy.
I've heard you compare this to Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it's very similar.
So it's kind of like a real life game of a D&D session.
You have the squad. You have the very immersive combat that kind of fosters creativity and different play. You have I don't know, just general, like the going back to the town and having having a hub and where you get all your quests and items and everything. Like it's just kind of, it's cyclical, it's routine, but it's so fun, it's satisfying because like once you get in the groove, like it's like a song or a rhythm or like, you know, you just keep going.
Is it a third person or first person game?
Third person.
Third person.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so how does it compare to, say, like Pillars of Eternity? If Pillars of Eternity was also third person, for example.
Well, Pillars of Eternity is different because it's real time with pause, so you're not necessarily like so involved in the combat. It's more like an MMO, like you do abilities and like, you know, you cast spells and stuff. But like this is like when you strike. When you know what I mean?
Well, how in danger is your squad like in Dragon's Dogma versus Pillars of Eternity?
Pillars of Eternity is like pretty raw and unforgiving.
So you're a lot more in danger in
Pillars. I would think so, yeah. But I'm not playing on like hard difficulty super hard difficulty on
Dragon's Dogma.
Mm-hmm. But you can lose your pawns and they'll just die if you don't.
That was going to be my question. Like, is there permanent death?
Yeah, there's permanent
for your
death.
pawns. Well, what about your dude? What if you
your
die?
your guy? The game you just reload your save.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a Hall of Fame for the pawns that have perished?
You can, when you perish a pawn that belonged to someone else, you can rate them, give a comment, give a gift back.
What about your own pawns? Let's say you had a pawn you really like and it perishes. Is there like a Hall of Fame? Can you upload it anymore?
You can favorite. Yeah, you could favorite pawns. They have like up to 100 that you could favorite, and you could get them back and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's great. That's
but
cool.
they'll die like they exist in that like separate realm or whatever, that you could go and like look at other people's pawns. There's like really creative shit.
So you're saying like look at other people's pawns and everything. Is there PvP? Let's say I'm playing Dragon's Dogma. I beat you up?
No.
Damn it.
Yeah, there's no multiplayer. you can't beat me with your
It's
paladin.
no Dark Souls 3, dude.
Oh, I am so excited for that.
Me too.
Bro, I don't know.
God damn it.
I suggest you guys give it a try maybe, or I'll show you like what it's like, I suppose. It's cool, man. It's like nice voice acting. It's the graphics are pretty beautiful. Like,
it'd be cool to take a look at that game.
It's like, I don't know, like what appeals to me the most about it is that, like I said before, like that raw fantasy aspect. Like I have to go find like a childhood friend of mine, like as a quest, and she's in this like fucking crazy swamp, like dark forest, and while I'm in the forest, my map is concealed because it's so foggy in the game, and you have to destroy talismans while you're going that dissipate the fog. Cool. And then that opens up part of your map, and like there's like weird spirits and crazy spiders and all this stuff, and you get to the end and there's like a small witch like in a hut that like, you know, that your childhood friend was trying to meet.
Spoilers.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not a part. It's not a big thing. But like that kind of like questing is something I would imagine, like if I'm sitting at a table and playing Dungeons and Dragons, that's what the DM would craft for me. This whole thing, you know, it's like unique in that sense.
I just keep thinking of Witcher.
It's very
Witcher
similar
3.
to The Witcher.
Yeah, it's like that scene you described was like a quest I did in Witcher 3. I almost guarantee it.
I would say they're you could easily put them side by side and compare. They're very similar games.
That's cool. Yeah, I would love those features of Dragon Dogma inside of Witcher. So I can see how I would like this game.
Yeah, dude. It's the only thing, as I said, is that save thing. But
Yeah.
you mentioned that was a problem with XCOM as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not so much of a problem. The thing with the save thing is it makes the game too easy with XCOM. So that was one of the main points I wanted to talk about. So XCOM, a little bit about it before we get into the whole save thing. It's turn-based. Okay, so it's not live, right? And it's a strategy game mostly for the main part. And what happens is you have a squad as well, right? So you build up your squad, and the first thing I want to talk about was squad customization. So unlike the first XCOM, they allow you to customize your squad way more in this XCOM 2. So you can change what they look like, kind of like when you create your character in Skyrim or something like that, right? And you can name them and the gear they wear. You can change it up and everything. So, for example, the squad I made, it was all Dragon Ball Z characters.
Okay, dude.
Yeah, so like
I saw that picture.
I sent you a pic of that. I had Goku. He was like the grenadier. He had like just grenades and bombs.
Did you name his? Can you name your weapon?
No,
Did
you
like
can't,
the
no.
Kamehameha?
Oh
Like,
yeah, it's
boom.
not. No, it's not that in depth. But I like changed all his colors so his gear looked like his gear from the show. I had Vegeta, Krillin, and everybody, the whole
Nice.
gang. Bulma was
What
in
the
there.
fuck?
Yeah. So
Yeah, I can
anyways.
see Bulma in a gang like that, dude. She's smart.
Oh yeah, dude. She's really smart. Anyways, so you create your squad.
He just likes to look at her ass.
You customize your squad, and basically there is a story, right? The game actually revolves around the story of what's actually happening. As the story progresses, you are either closer to losing or winning. So how that works is it's basically humans versus aliens. So I'm going to try not to give too many spoilers or any really for this. It's like humans
the general
versus
plot.
yeah. So like the general story that you're told and you're fed at the beginning of the game is the aliens had come in XCOM 1. You failed. You didn't fight them off, and
to
they
know.
took over the world. Okay, so they took over the world, but what XCOM is like a little organization that fights the aliens. That's it. That's XCOM is your squad and your organization that fights the aliens.
So it's not like an RTS. It's very
It's-
like
no,
it's
it's
a
not-
more intimate look
yeah.
at like the.
It's like an
okay.
RPG strategy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll explain it in a way where you can like envision and make an image out of it. So first, this background story is the aliens took over the world, and now they're just regulating everything. They have like a main speaker that broadcasts to the whole
president
world.
or something
Yeah,
like that.
and he says like this is the new update or news of like what's happening with the entire world. Like it's a new world order, right? The whole world is unified. The aliens have taken over. Everything is like under control and regulated. But then you have XCOM, which are like the rebellion, the rebels. So they're like hitting very critical spots. So what you have is you actually have a ship, an alien ship that is yours, and you command. You're like the commander. They call you commander all throughout the game. They say like, "What would you do now, commander?" And you choose
Goku, dude.
how to handle you. You are the leader and the commander of this XCOM organization that is going to lead like a strike force and decide how you want to bring down the entire alien regime that's taken over the world. That's
Alright,
the
fair.
entire. Okay, so what happens is you have these rooms in your ship. So when you play the game on your screen, what you see is like you see a vasectomy of like a alien ship where like you see the different rooms and you see the insides of it, and it's like cut in half so you can like view everything. You have like your commander's room where, for example, you can have archives and like different things like news about the game. Then you have the commander's like there's this different room with like a big planetary visual, and when you look at that, it shows you the whole world and like the continents of the world, and you have missions all over the world, and you can choose which mission you want to do, and each one has its own ups and downs, pros and cons, but you're always fighting against time. What I mean by that is there's this project that the aliens are doing called the Avatar Project, and they're making like research progress on it. And once it fills up, there's like a little bar at the top of the screen, and there's like however many little squares that need to fill up. And when it fills up all the way, I don't know what happens because it hasn't filled up all the way for me.
Okay.
But it's like a death. It's like a death sentence, basically.
Do you think it's just a game over?
I've been told it's a game over. I'm not really sure what happens if it happens, but
Okay.
I didn't want to let it happen.
Sure.
So I've been trying to fight it, right? I haven't finished the entire game. I think I'm on the very last mission right now, like the very last few minutes of the last mission where I just saved and I'm
Yeah.
going to go back to it. But so the whole time you're trying to fight against the aliens finishing this big Avatar project that they're working on, and you don't have to, but if you don't, they make progress. And instead, let's say you're not fighting this Avatar project, you could be doing other things in the world. Running missions that, let's say, are just going to give you supplies in order to upgrade
so you
your
have
squad.
to manage like not only that time, but how your quests impact that time or interact with that time.
Exactly.
If they waste it or...
So it's strategy, not only in the sense of the gameplay, where when you're actually in a mission, let's say I want to do this mission, I'm going to sacrifice like some of these other missions for this one because you can't do them all because you're against the time limit, right?
Yeah.
So you choose this one because you like the rewards for this one. You get into the mission and you send your squad on this mission. So your squad can be more than the people that you can send on it. Okay. In fact, the multiple rooms you have in the ship, you construct different specializations for those rooms. So, for example, with the supplies that you gain through missions, you can construct a guerrilla training school inside of your ship. And that allows you to choose certain abilities and traits for your squad members that you wouldn't have otherwise.
Oh, so there's like replayability, like in terms of your decision making, and you could play a completely different game the first time than the second time.
Exactly. So your first run through the game, I actually had to restart because I realized I messed up certain things, or I could have done things so much better, right? And
I know another person who's had to restart
Yeah.
more than once.
So you're saying you had to restart. Did you feel like you could not proceed, or was it just getting difficult?
It was just difficult. See, I had a different approach for the game. The way I wanted to approach the game was just to get through it real quick, not like have it to be the greatest challenge or anything, just so I can see what's up, learn the game, and then if I was really enthralled by it, I would have like another solid playthrough, which would be higher difficulty and make it more of a challenge. Whereas, for example, like some other people that play the game that we know, like Sean Bogan, he set the game very difficult from the beginning, right? He said, I think Iron Man mode, which makes it so actually you cannot reload your saves. So the thing about the save that I was saying was, as you're playing a mission, at any point in the game, really, you can just hit escape, save the game, and then do whatever you're going to do, make your decision that you're going to make, see how it plays out, and if it doesn't play out in your favor, you can just reload that save and try again. I mean,
that's like
the thing is the option.
Yeah, that defeats the purpose of the game.
But you can do that in a lot of games, I guess.
It's
in
your hands. It's in your hands. So like you can do it if you want to, but you don't have to, right? I approach it knowingly what I'm doing, right? I know I'm doing this and I want to do this, because that's how I'm setting it up for myself. But for example, in Dragon's Dogma, not being able to do that is just a frustration. It's like out of your hands.
Yeah.
Right? It's nice to have the option, and then you can just choose not to do it if you want a harder, more rewarding experience.
Fair enough.
So in your mission, you send your squad members in there, right? Let's say you start off being able to send only 3 guys on a mission. And that's an issue because you want to have your sniper in there. You want to have your ranger in there. There's different classes to choose for your squad mates. And based on the class that you choose, they have different abilities that you can execute during a mission. So eventually, once you have like the guerrilla schoolhouse tactics training quarters, whatever in your ship, you can upgrade your units and say, I can have 5 squad members that I send per mission now. I can say have 10 squad members total in my crew, but I choose, let's say, 4 or 5 of them to send on a mission. And when you're in the mission, the game starts, you have an objective. It tells you what you need to do. Say you need to capture this person that may be like enemy intelligence, something, and then drag them back to your evacuation point on the map. Or maybe you have to blow up something or whatever, right? And the map is foggy. And there's aliens on the map, like squads of aliens. And you just have to send your squad turn-based. So you click on your guy, and then it shows you like what distance he can move. And there's like a little bar on the bottom of the screen that shows you what abilities he has or moves he can make. No, and there's a limited amount of things each squad mate can do.
At a time. And
yeah. So you start sending them out into the fog, right? And you're in fear of like, what if I encounter a squad of aliens right now and they just completely annihilate me? Yeah, the fog of war, the infamous fog of war. So anyways, you play through the mission, right? Take turns. Eventually you encounter alien squad. They wreck your shit. You reload your save. You're like, okay, I know they're there now, so I'm going to go this way, or maybe set up an ambush or something. So all the squads have really cool abilities. My tactics involve basically lobbing a bunch of acid and incendiary grenades at the squad's aliens and just doing a bunch of area of effect damage. And
is it like hexagon based, square based?
Yeah,
like your movement is hexagon.
It is.
Right?
It's definitely hexagon.
You know what it reminds me of when you talk about it is this game called Divinity: Original Sin.
Yeah,
which, it's very similar combat, right? Kind of.
Yeah,
maybe not the exact style, but perhaps like the turn-based movement and all this.
Right.
Stuff.
So the combat of Divinity would be the combat of XCOM if the entire map was like that.
Oh, got you.
You
got
see,
you.
like
Yeah,
instead
yeah,
of like in a little localized
yeah,
battlefield,
yeah.
the whole battlefield is your movement like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you get through the missions. The game progresses. You gather supplies. You build additional things inside of your alien ship. You upgrade your squad to become stronger. The whole goal is to get a stronger squad in order to tackle harder missions and to try and annihilate the alien threat and stop their Avatar project.
Avatar.
So you were saying that there's this bar that keeps filling up, that
Yeah.
Avatar project bar?
Yeah.
Is there things that you could do that takes the bar away?
Yeah. So depending on which missions you tackle, there's like facilities, alien facilities spread around the world
That
on
you
the
can
map.
mess up so they can lose
Yeah.
research?
Exactly. So you make contact with like different regions and you scan areas with your ship. You actually see your little ship fly around the map
Cool.
whenever you pick points you want to go to. And there's like alien UFOs and ships that can track you down and like chase you down. And there's like spontaneous battles you have to have. One couple other points I can say. So one of the cons is loading times
Really?
in the game. Yeah. What I encountered was a lot of loading times, like joining missions, and when you're done with a mission, loading back into your ship. It takes quite a while. I tend to get pretty bored and start multitasking. Like a lot of times now that I play XCOM, I just multitask Hearthstone on my phone while I'm playing.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, you know all about that, dude.
Man. Just watch you lose those Hearthstone battles, like
Yeah.
because you
forgets
just
he's on.
forget.
I forget I'm on Hearthstone when I play XCOM because I go
it's
back
so
and forth.
depressing, man.
Nice.
Yeah, no, there have been times where John will just spectate me on Hearthstone, and then suddenly it's my turn, but I just run
And I'm
the
like
whole
in
turn.
bed. I'm like just sleeping, or I'm trying. I'm getting ready for bed. I'm in bed, and I'm just watching like on my phone for like a couple games or whatever while he plays. He's in an arena run or he's in a ranked game or whatever, and then he's at like 7 full mana, and he's about to like do some crazy shit. I see the whole combo in his hand, dude, playing out. Nothing, dude.
The whole turn just passes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and then good night, John.
Yeah, no, I just go to sleep, dude.
Yeah, but yeah, XCOM, I would say the construction is not as well paced as I would like it to be. I feel like I don't have as much freedom in like the choices I make because the game is kind of unforgiving. Like if you mess up or devote most of your resources to something that's not very beneficial early on, there are just better ways to handle it, to
Sure.
get through the game in a better way. So that is one thing I didn't like. The flexibility is not really there.
It's interesting that you mentioned the load times because like, so my question is like, how in Civ
Yeah.
the load time when you're trying to load a game,
Yeah.
or when you're passing your turn,
Yeah.
it just gets long as fuck the longer the game goes.
Yeah.
Is XCOM like that? Like
Okay.
loading times get longer you know what I mean?
That's a good
Yeah.
point you're
yeah,
making.
like that, because that makes
Not during
No.
combat.
no, not. I mean like when you're loading like into the game. And
Okay,
stuff.
in Civ 5, for example, my issue with Civ 5 loading wasn't loading into the map. It was loading
Per
the
turn.
End of
other
your
people's
turn.
AI's turns.
Yeah, bro.
but
it takes
more
so
things
long.
need to
Right.
happen. Yeah.
But in XCOM, the fighting, the turns aren't what messed me up. It's the loading in and out of missions, for example, that
Yeah.
took way too long. I felt like
Did it get longer though as the game went forward, or
feel
did
like
you
it was
notice?
just
Or?
longer. Yeah, it was just long. It just takes so long to like load into a mission, to load out
Dude,
of a
honestly,
mission.
that ruins like so many games for me. Like
It
loading
slows
time.
down the pace. Really, one of the
Yeah.
cons of the
Mm.
game I had was the pacing of the
That's
whole thing.
that's a huge negative in my mind with Bloodborne. Bloodborne had fucking it was so annoying, dude. Because if you want, basically, like the game is like a little bit of a grind, like if you're not accustomed to it, and so you have to get blood vials or you have to get souls or whatever, and then to level up you have to load into the hunter's dream, and then you do your stuff there, and then you load back out and go and into the world or something. So if you were grinding or if you were wanting to get more blood vials like to stack up, you would need to go in and out and in and out, and that's 2 loads every fucking time. Like it like ruins the pace of the game.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or ruins like the rhythm that you've got. And so I can't even imagine it with something like XCOM, dude. Like if you're in the zone and you just gotta load in and out.
I would recommend the game highly, though. XCOM
Yeah.
2. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I played XCOM 1. I did not get far in it. That is not my kind of game, man. It is too stressful. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I know the point of it, but it's not for me.
It's very involved. You have to really think about what you're doing, and
Yeah.
you have to be in it.
Yeah, like you said, man, it's so unforgiving. And the one thing that you're saying, the entire time limit
Yeah.
thing that you have, I fucking hate that.
Would you-
Like,
would it
that'll
make
just
you
like my
nervous?
anxiety would just go up the roof.
Dude,
yeah.
have you tried Majora's Mask?
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
No, not as
That's
much.
so funny.
Yeah, like it
It's
makes me nervous,
similar.
man. Same thing with Pikmin, dude. I can't play Pikmin because it just makes me nervous.
I hear you, man. No, I don't like time
I don't
limits
like
in
having time
general
limits,
either.
yeah.
Yeah. It's annoying.
And like just that, like just because you have that time limit, you don't have the freedom to explore as much as you want and do as much as you want. And
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. I feel like there isn't as much variation. It takes away from the variation and the freedom. I feel like if they had different modes, let's say they added, where there was the regular classic mode where it's timed, and then maybe you had like a free mode where you could tackle the missions at your leisure and how you
That might
wanted,
be cool.
build up your squad how you wanted. One other thing I'll say is you reminded me with Dragon Dogma and how you can make pawns and like export them out to other players. You can do something similar in XCOM. Yeah, like your squad, the squad you make, like the characters I make, say like Goku, Vegeta, like versions, I can export them out and other people can download them as like their squad.
I would
mates.
definitely download a
Pretty
Vegeta,
cool.
dude, for my squad.
Of course I would. Yeah. Yeah, so you could do that.
Is that the only multiplayer thing? Is there like an
No.
arena mode that you can fight against other
Yeah,
people?
you actually me and
There we
Sean
go.
versed each other.
Can you
Okay.
do it like a survival thing where you're co-op with someone else? And
I haven't
Ooh,
tried. I
that'd
haven't
be
tried.
interesting.
I don't
Can you?
know.
Is
I'm
there
not
a
sure.
mode?
I'm not sure. I haven't
Oh,
checked that out. But I did a
that
versus.
would be like pretty appropriate for an
Yeah.
alien invasion.
That would be
of
really cool.
rebellion.
I don't see why they wouldn't have that because they have a versus, and in the versus, when you build up your squad that you want to use, you can play as the aliens, for example.
Whoa, wait, what?
So your squads can have aliens in them, like your squad members can be aliens.
That's kind of
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Why?
that's just how they made it. So they allowed you to build your squad up out of aliens.
all aliens. Can
You could have all aliens. Yeah, there's like a limit to.
No. That's wrong.
humanity
No.
strong.
No, man.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah.
I'm
Damn,
not
dude.
okay with that.
No.
This is pretty interesting. This is like probably one of the first times on the podcast that like
What?
we each had a game
Oh.
that we just recommend like wholeheartedly.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I don't
feels
know
like-
if I recommend Street Fighter 5 yet.
Really?
Yet.
Oh, you were
Maybe in
you
a few
were
months.
Why is
Give
that?
me some glowing.
It's not done,
It's-
man.
oh,
The game's
it's
not
not
finished.
because it's
It
a
is
fighting
But
game?
you
not
would,
finished.
but wouldn't you recommend it in the sense that it's a good game?
Yeah.
In what
Well-
it is thus far.
The fighting is good. The rest of the game is not.
Oh, I see.
I'll show you some good fighting once this episode is
Dude,
done.
you're dead meat. Like you don't even understand.
I don't.
No, man. I'm gonna just enlighten your life right now, dude.
Enlighten your
I can't
life.
wait for enlightenment.
Damn,
Bring it
man.
upon me.
So tell me, Mr. M. Tell me, is there any nice old emails today?
Oh my God, we do have an email,
Oh, let me guess. Hold on.
but it's not a question.
What? Is it a command?
It's
A demand,
sort of a command.
Is it
it's
a
sort
ransom?
of a demand.
ransom
A
letter,
little bit of everything. It's from our loving Video James.
or a loyal listener.
Yeah.
One day
Video
we'll figure
James
out who
says-
it is.
That's Video James, man. That's what he is. So you guys talk about tea in the last podcast. As your most loyal and active viewer, I cannot stand for this atrocity. As Americans, you should know that this country was built upon beer, and we fought to keep tea out of our video games.
We fought to keep tea out of the country, dude.
If I hear about this tea nonsense again, I will have not choice but to submit this as my last email.
Oh, well, he's gonna be
Beer
disappointed
forever.
because we talked about tea.
Video James.
Good riddance.
Oh
No, dude, you
Chad.
have no right on saying good riddance to Video James.
Yeah, no.
What do you
we
mean?
didn't-
If it's Video James,
9 episodes.
if it's
Me and John have been holding Video James's hand as he's been
Hey,
writing
man.
us email
if it's Video James,
week after week.
if I choose between Video James and the tea you made us, British style, you know what I'm choosing there.
Video James,
No,
dude.
clearly.
Well, he's gonna be disappointed anyway because
Can I
we
drink
talked about
him?
it this episode.
Yeah, we talked
Does
about
he-
it this episode. We're
does he-
probably going to talk about it again.
Does he taste
in
good?
the near future?
Can I drink him? Does he taste good?
Video James?
Yes.
Video James, do you taste good?
That's
That's
the-
our question
That's
for
our
him.
response to his email.
West Side, dude. West Side
Yeah.
ballers.
But yeah, no, Video James, don't worry because beer will be back. We will do some.
Dude, I'm the
we
beer
will do more
Olympia,
beer
dude. There's
casts.
no way like I'm gonna allow just tea to take over like once or twice and here and there. Like
it's
it's
acceptable.
Fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. We even had what? You drank gin and tonic one of the times, not even beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, who cares? It's just, it is what it is, but beer will make a comeback. A
Yeah.
big comeback, a big splash.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Actually, I did intend that pun. I'm a liar.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
we'll see if we can manage some nice, tasty beer for next week. We'll see how it goes.
maybe,
Yuck.
man. Maybe we'll mix it up. Why not?
Maybe mix it up and then
Mm.
like put alcohol inside.
No,
it?
no. Have
Chase
some people with tea, have some people with
chase your
No, absolutely not.
chase your
Oh,
liquor
no,
with
no,
tea.
no,
beer. Are we monolithic?
It has to be. Yes, it should be. We
well,
should
you
all
had
be
the gin
drinking
and
the same
tonic
thing.
that
That was a
time.
special episode. That was
Yeah, it
Meher's
was.
last episode.
Was it?
Yeah,
Oh,
May
man.
God praise his soul.
he's not dead.
Dude,
What do you mean? It was his last.
It was his last episode. He might be back. He might resurrect. but-
jobless.
Oh my god.
Have you seen his recent profile picture on Facebook, dude?
Yes, I have.
I woke up to that shit.
It's
I'm gonna
beautiful.
put it onto the website for everyone to watch and enjoy
Oh yeah.
because it deserves.
Dude, I think
Many
he
eyes.
deleted my comment I left on his picture.
What was
What
It
your
was
was
the
comment?
comment?
insane. I was like, I think I said something like, what did I say? I was like, oh, look who's popular or something, because he had like over 100 likes on the picture. I'm like, man, someone's popular. And then my comment was gone the next day. It was just not
What
there.
a little cuck, dude.
Oh,
Cuck
man.
boy.
You
I
just-
wonder
you
who
got shut
deleted
down.
it since he's not around. Someone's using his Facebook
Someone's
profile.
on his Facebook.
I guess so.
Oh man,
Oh man.
your
These are
so your comment.
posthumous Facebook posts and
It's
pictures.
a good memory picture of him, though.
Yeah, dude.
Well, your comment got shut down, and I'm gonna shut the show down, guys.
Oh.
I'm gonna shut
It's
you
over.
down in Street Fighter.
Oh my God, Areg.
To the last
Please.
breath, dude.
I believe.
Areg, please.
I believe.
Don't talk to me, dude.
I won't. I'll
Please.
let my fists do the talking.
No.
Yoga fire. Yoga fire.
All right, guys. Show's over. It's
All
done.
right.
No more next level forever.
JK.
That's it. No more ever.
Ever?
Stay tuned for episode. All right.
But
On
yeah.
the next episode
Of
of Next Level Podcast.
Man. Well, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for being here. And if you guys have questions for us, please email it over to mail@thenextlevel.com. And we'll answer it next week.
All right.
Peace out.
Cool.
Good night.
See you guys.